Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Mr. Bryhorn, otherwise known as Briar, and today we are playing Astrologaster. Again, hopefully we're near the end. We need 8 letters of recommendation. The Archbishop of Canterbury just gave us 1, so we have 4. We need 4 to go. Let's see how we can get those letters.
Here comes Lord Devereux, ready to fight.
Oh, he's not dead.
Wide-eyed and restless, he's been up all night. He may not know much, but he knows that he's right. Never
Well, the last advice we gave him is to try and have sex with the Queen, so I don't think it's gone well.
Give ye good morrow, my lord. I trust your lordship is well this day.
Well? God's body! Am I likely to be well? I have been languishing under lock and key while all England goes to ruin.
Yes. I did hear something of your arrest. I take it your encounter with the Queen did not go as well as planned.
Of course it did not. Her Majesty the Queen of England awakening to find a man hovering over her bed like a grinning fool, clutching a bunch of flowers in one hand and a box of sweetmeats in the other? God's death!
Sweetmeats?
What is in you? What did you think would come of me sneaking into the Queen's bedchamber?
But you were imprisoned in your York house residence, were you not? The fact that you were placed under house arrest and not imprisoned in the Tower surely speaks to the Queen's fondness for you. I trust your time in confinement was not uncomfortable, at least.
Good point.
Yes, my time away from the world and its trifling concerns did, in truth, prove useful. It afforded me time to reflect on larger questions, to take stock of my life and put recent events in perspective.
I see. And what resolution did this quiet period of sober reflection bring you? A closer relationship with God? Or perchance you are resolved to spend more time with your family?
What? Nay.
Of course
I
it
said
didn't.
my mind was turned to larger questions. To wit, am I destined for greater things? Am I chosen by God to rule a kingdom? For I must needs act. The realm is under threat from within. For why was I verily imprisoned? Was it merely to punish me for some trifling mistakes I made in Ireland? Nay, 'twas to separate me from the Queen.
Well, I imagine after discovering you in Her Majesty's bedchamber...
Do you not yet see? The Privy Council means to keep me away from Whitehall, lest I see how they have contrived to control and manipulate the Queen since I left for Ireland.
My lord! Are you saying the Queen is weak and no longer in control of her reign?
Aye, indeed. Something must be done about it. Well, man, do not just stand there.
Yes, of course, my lord. Let us see whether the stars may give you your answer. Is Robert Lord Devereux, Earl of Essex, destined to, rule England?
No. You better not be, he's a moron. Alright. Devereux should use his substantial wealth to cleverly ensure cooperation with his plans. In short, he should engage in bribery. Lord Devereux is a strong authority figure. The Queen's failure to produce any heir will have violent consequences. Well, yes, it did. That's the thing. Lord Robert Devereux suffers from geopolitical ignorance. A foreign sovereign is destined to rule England. He's deluded about his legacy. Does not reign in his ambitions. He will die. What's this one? Devereux would do well to limit his influence of his friends' advice upon him. He's secretly motivated by his feelings about the Queen and how he has been treated by... Yeah. What's this one again? Bribery will get him into trouble. He'll be... You see. I don't really want him to die, and I don't want to get into trouble. So, it's motivated by his feelings to the Queen and how he has been treated. Yeah. Would do well to... Yeah. So on.
My lord, the stars give you warning against paying heed to the Council of Friends. Was it, perchance, a friend who planted the seeds of these suspicions? To wit, your lordship's concerns regarding the Privy Council?
Indeed, it was my friends who apprised me of the threat, but I see no reason to doubt them.
My lord, for the sake of your safety, I must ask you honestly. Is it verily plausible, this notion that you were imprisoned on the Privy Council's orders to hide some manner of grand conspiracy? Or might the truth be far simpler, though harder to bear, that the Queen had good reason to punish you, and you are now vexed that you are no longer her favourite? Now, of course, I say this with the greatest respect and the greatest of...
What? God's teeth, man! What is in you this day? Indeed, I will not suffer to be lectured in such a manner. 'Tis apparent such complex affairs of state are far beyond the understanding of a commoner. Forsooth, a mere astrologaster. I bid you a final adieu, for methinks I will have no need of you henceforth.
But my lord,
My duty is clear. For the sake of the realm and the safety of its people, I must act without delay.
Astrologaster.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh, God. What does he want?
Redeem thy servant, Father's track, for thy eternal grace and mercy is not shed his wife.
Well said.
Good day, Dean Blag. How now, good sir? I see you do ail of something.
I do ail of something, Forman. Forsooth, I fear I am very ill indeed, for I tremble day and night with fever, and my face does itch and prick with pain.
Verily, you do exhibit upon your nose and cheeks a rash of a most remarkable hue.
Before you do this reading for me, Forman, I must have your word that you will not speak of this to my wife, Alice. In truth, I have had her believe that I was set upon by an angry swarm of wasps that have lately been nesting in the north transept of the cathedral.
I do understand. A kind husband would naturally wish to shield his wife from any undue distress.
Yea, that of course. And there be also the small matter of the promise I did make to restore the Blag family fortune before I died, and thus not leave my wife and children to live in penury when I am gone. If Mistress Blag were to think that I am gravely ill, it would provoke some awkwardness between us that I would rather wish to avoid.
Yes.
I take it then that your finances are also in poor health.
Alas, they are. For as you accurately predicted, the Archbishop never did grant me the bishopric of Salisbury. It would seem his grace is content for me to remain in my current state of penury.
I see.
Because you're an idiot.
Well, as to your wife, Alice, be not afeard, sir. We doctors take querent confidentiality most seriously. As Hippocrates did say, testa Apollinum medicum secreta, among other things. Now, mayhap we proceed to consult the stars on the matter of your condition.
What do you think?
With what disease is my querent Thomas Blag troubled, and how may he be cured?
Suffers from erysipelas, a severe skin condition of the face that is accompanied by pain and fever. Evil digestion causes some other consumption of strong drink. He's been drinking. Bone Shore, being a knob like gross writing on the shin. What? What? No. I think he's been drinking. You say a rash around the red nose and cheeks and much bodily pain. Would that be alcoholism? Would it be drinking too much cause that? That's not that. I think it's this.
Sir, you're suffering from naught but a minor bout of evil digestion. The redness in your face is an imbalance of blood, doubtless provoked by the overconsumption of strong drink. Hence, your condition is easily cured. You have merely to avoid the consumption of wines and heady spirits.
So, if I avoid wines and spirits, I will be cured. Verily, that is most fortunate, for doing so will take no effort at all. I abhor strong drink, and almost never partake of it.
Oh.
I thank ye, Forman. Indeed, I do begin to feel better already.
I got the letter. He could die, I don't care.
An explorer's wife cannot share his life. She is left alone.
She's not alone, she's got a monkey.
Was his at sea in a way so she. Good at home.
Who's she poisoned this time?
Good day, Mistress Fortescue. How may I help you this day? You seem a little out of breath.
Aye, 'tis but my bodice. My maidservant did lace it far too tightly. Methinks she is a trifle vexed with me. Indeed, the atmosphere in the Fortescue household is exceeding ill at present.
Oh dear.
Verily? And why is that?
Someone has been stealing food from the larder in the night. This morning, 3 whole swan pies were missing. Each
The monkey.
member of the Fortescue household suspects another.
And whom do you think is the author of these thefts, madam?
Well, I suspect my son Harold, as his fondness for pie is well known. But Harry denies it and has accused our maidservant Gladys. And 'tis true that Gladys has become suspiciously wide about the girth of late. And as for Gladys, well, she is convinced the culprit is our African parrot, Sir Muncelot Grey. But Sir Muncelot has denied the accusation and blames my monkey.
Ah, and who does your monkey blame?
How now, Dr. Forman? Be not absurd. Monkeys cannot speak.
Ah, yes. Then 'tis fortunate that God can. Speak to us, that is, by way of the stars. Who in the Fortescue household has been sneaking into the larder at night to steal pies?
It's her. That's why her bodice is tight. Who ate all the pies? Sybil Fortescue is a hypocrite. She needs to turn her finger of accusation on herself, for she ate all the pies. Sybil's family and friends have exercised constraint, discipline, and reflection. Sybil's intuition about the identity of the pie thief is wrong. The solution is a mystery and counterintuitive. The thief is one suspect who has maintained their silence. Have been raised well. They know not to steal pies. Even from a foreign country. Mrs. Fortescue is advised to make changes to her will. She must cut her man's... No, it's not that one. I think she ate all the pies.
Madam, I have both good and bad tidings for you from the stars. First, the good tidings. Neither your son, your servants, nor your pets are responsible for the thefts.
Excellent. Indeed, that is well to hear. And the bad tidings? Oh, my days! You mean 'tis someone from outside? A burglar has been entering our house during the night to raid our larder.
Nay. I am not quite sure how best to put this. The bad tidings are that, according to the stars, the pies are being stolen by you, madam.
By me? But do you jest, Dr. Forman? Doubtless the theft of our pies seems trifling to you, sir. Methinks I shall take my leave now and not importune you any further.
But it's you! You're eating the pies! Ugh. I've already got the letter as well, it's fine. Oh, hello, Humphrey Bell.
You must pay the price of looking thin and nice. Drink over your fear, she's all guilt, and shame, lest you be judged, and we accord you blame.
What's he done?
Good even, Mr. Bell. What brings you so late this evening, young sir? Have you come from the playhouse?
Yea, I'm come from playing a duchess in a special performance of Richard II. You know, that play that makes the Queen look bad.
So, Mr. Shakespeare decided to revive his play, did he? I see.
I need you to tell me what to do about my pay. Our seamstress told me she heard Mistress Burbage discoursing how John Crisp is getting paid a full shilling for each performance.
And you feel this is unfair, I take it? I gather Mr. Crisp's pay is greater than yours.
Aye, sir. 'Tis full twice as much coin as they pay me. What I get is barely enough to cover my rent. And my parts are well bigger than his, innit?
And you can fathom no reason for this disparity in pay? He is more experienced, perchance.
What? I've been on the stage since I was a boy, and John's been playing for less than a year. Nay, sir. Mr. Burbage and them other company sharers are paying me less on account of how I'm doing the lady parts.
You mean to say you are being paid less simply because you perform lady roles?
Indeed. John only gets them main parts because he's big and tall, but I'm well better than he is. Critics call my Ophelia the most tantalisingly nubile and tragical performance since Henry Condell's Juliet.
Ah, yes. Having seen Hamlet, I would have to agree with them there. I must own that I, too, found your Ophelia most comely and alluring. Now, let's see what the stars advise. What can be done about you being paid less than players of masculine roles?
Oh, there's no parallels at all to current climate in the industry. Well played, Astrologaster. Let's have a look. Right, so A. Humphrey should wait. Pay equity will come in time. Can solve this problem with a romantic allure to seduce a woman. Now, how will that help? Humphrey should continue to perform his duties and remain quiet about... No. Uncover the truth about the colleagues' power paid. Humphrey's employed to behave hypocritically. Is a shrewd businessman. Well, yeah. Humphrey's boss will do evil to others if it means safeguarding his legacy. Humphrey's boss's wife is pregnant with a masculine child. His boss can therefore not be trusted. Go with B.
According to the stars, your employers, the Lord Chamberlain's men, are very wise businessmen.
How do you reckon that? On account of them contriving to pay me less than I deserve?
Precisely so, Mr. Bell. And being so wise, they doubtless deter their hired men from discoursing upon the coin they receive for their labour, perchance to the extent where the men harbour such feelings of shame and suspicion about it, they would more readily show each other their privy parts before they would show their pay.
Aye, 'tis true enough. We oft pull our yardles out when we're jesting about and that. But as for a man's pay, forsooth, 'tis considered most private.
Well, such prudery must end if you and your fellow players are to advance your interests, Mr. Bell. Indeed, methinks that if you were all to begin freely discoursing upon these matters, you will find you are not the only player being paid unjustly. If you do decide to demand more coin from your employers, I advise you to unify with the other hired men and speak as one voice.
Zah! We shall unify and demand them company sharers pay us equal coin for equal playing.
By the power. Oh, we're not going to get... How many more have I got with him? Go back. God, 4 more? Dear Lord.
Hear ye, hear ye! Earl of Essex, foiled in Queen, kidnap, attempt, shocker! Biggest treason fail since Babington plot! Hear ye!
I did tell him. Robert Devereux, Earl of Essex, has been arrested for plotting to kidnap the Queen and install himself as protector of the realm. Devereux is reported to have bribed a company of players to stage a revival of William Shakespeare's King Richard II. As this play invites treasonous comparison between their weak and incompetent King Richard and their present sovereign Queen Elizabeth, it was Devereux's intention to use it to rouse an angry mob and lead them to the gates of Kensington Palace. Failing to muster sufficient support from the London populace, however, Devereux was compelled to return home to Essex House, where he was arrested. I told him. Idiot.
And if black she is a wife, 'tis one way to live a life, oft with misfortune and with strife, especially if you be black's wife.
What's this crazy woman doing now?
Good day, Mistress Blag. Pray tell, how did things fare with your gentleman friend, Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh?
Alas, 'tis all over betwixt me and Dean Wood.
Oh, no.
I did ask him for a small loan, and he was most insulting about it. We have not spoken since. And I think I know why his ardour for me has cooled, for I did lately learn that he has been bedding half the women in the diocese.
Ah, yes. I too did lately hear of this.
So it seems your stars were right. There verily were other women vying for Dean Wood's affections. But this day I am come about my husband. Methinks he is ill, yet he pretends he is not.
Ah, pray describe his symptoms to me.
Well, yesterday I did remark that something was amiss when Molly McDoon and I returned from the playhouse. Well, there was a special performance of Richard II at the Globe. Know you of it? Oh, 'tis the play that makes the Queen look bad.
Aye, I know of it.
When I came in the door, there was an awful racket coming from our upstairs rooms. I went to see what the matter was and found my husband tucked up abed, moaning and wailing, and with a monstrous rash all over his face. He told me some nonsense about having been stung by wasps, and that he is merely tired. But I do not believe him.
I see.
I bid you, Forman, tell me true, for I grow ill with worry. Is it grave? Blag had better not think of dying on me afore he has paid his debts.
Ah, for as his widow, by law, you would inherit them, would you not? But mayhap there is little to worry about. Let us consult the stars and see. What ails Thomas Blag, the Dean of Rochester?
See, I don't want to tell her. Even though he's an idiot, I don't want to tell her. Thomas Blag troubled with melancholy, a disease characterised as by much woe and preference of remaining in bed. Suffering swelling of the cods. What the hell is that? Oh. That's what I should have told him.
The querent is troubled with swelling in the cods. Although this condition be minor, it can be painful. And it does give a most alarming appearance. Doubtless he confines himself to bed so as to not give you fright at his,
At what? His monstrous underlumps. The poor old fool. Well, I am much relieved to know 'tis nothing serious, and for that I thank ye, Forman. Swelling in the cods of all things.
Have a heart for your husband, madam, for I assure you the pain this condition occasions is no laughing matter.
Oh, of course, and I do beg your pardon, Doctor. Pray, tell me what a wife might do to ease her poor husband's suffering.
I will write you a prescription to have made up. There you are. Have your husband drink this 3 times a day until the swelling abates.
What does this say? 1 part horse dung to 2 parts vinegar. On my word, this is too good. Of you. Too good of you, Dr. Forman. And you may count on me, for I shall follow these instructions to the letter.
She's a bitch. We're nearly there. All right. With that shocking display of human kindness that she's just given us there, we'll leave it for now. So if you are enjoying us, Astrologaster, leave it in the comments below. If you've been keeping up, I'm pretty sure we've gone wrong several times down the story here, but we're near the end, I think, hopefully. Either way. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Raya, and I will see you in the next.